Hi you guys, it's me, Kimberly. So this is a new space. I'm actually in our family room because as you saw in my last video, if you watched it, I am dismantling my craft room and moving it. So I'm filming this in a different space. This is our coffee table. It gets very well used by the girls. They color on here, so it has little memories on here. I'm thinking that I might try to chalk paint this as well. And I was thinking about maybe filming, doing a process video of me painting my furniture, my craft desk. If that's something you guys would be interested in watching, just as an experiment or to watch to see if it's maybe something you would be interested in maybe trying. Let me know, and I think I'm going to do it anyways, but yeah, keep a lookout for that, and maybe I'll post it. We'll see how well it turns out. But I wanted to show you some of the stuff that we got at the Creative Reuse here in Colorado. It's actually in a city called Lakewood, Colorado, and they were having a sale because they are moving down to Denver somewhere, and so everything was 50% off. But when I walked in, she said that everything was 50% off, or I could do a bag, which this is the bag. It's just like it's a recycled bag, and it's like a normal shopping bag size, I would guess. I could fill whatever I wanted in this bag for $10, which would normally be $20, but since they were having a half off, anything I could fit in this bag except for beads was $10. So I opted for this method. At first I thought I was going to have a really difficult time filling this, but then my husband and my granddaughters got involved and we actually had no problem filling this. And I got some extra things because, like I said, the beads, they had a clearance table, and she said that I could put the beads from the clearance table in here, but the beads that weren't on the clearance table I had to pay for separately, and I did get some additional beads, and I got one other additional thing, and I'll show you. So everything in this bag was $10. So let's dig in, because there's quite a bit. Let me put this down here. Let me start off with what wasn't in the bag. So this is a piece of plexiglass, and I'm sorry, I'm not in my craft room, so I don't have a ruler. But if I had to guess, this piece of plexiglass is probably 24, maybe 28 by 24. And they normally would have been $7 for this piece. $7. It was half off, so it was $3.50. Now I thought this would be good to put on top of where I craft to keep it clean, because I'm gonna make some polymer clay beads out of my mom's memorial flowers. I'm drying them now, but I'm gonna make some memorial beads to make some bracelets, and I don't know what all I'm gonna make with them, but I wanted to preserve the flowers somehow, and so I'm drying those now, and I'll make a video when I do those to make some beads so that I'll have something to save those flowers in. So not only that, but you've seen my videos and you've seen how my cutting board was a mess, so I made a cloth to go over it, and now that's becoming a mess. So I thought that this would be good as far as paint, glue, I don't know. I just thought it would be good for something, and that's what I was thinking of. I don't know if I'm going to use it for that, but that's the reason why I got this. So this was $3.50. I've never bought plexiglass. I don't know what it costs in this store, but in my mind, I thought that was a good deal. So I got that. I also have been watching some videos where people are making book covers, folios, is that what they're called, out of these type of envelopes. Now I have manila envelopes because that's what I ship my swaps in, my racks in, my racks meaning random acts of kindness, my just, you know, things that I ship in these, the manila kind. But they had these, they had a whole bunch of these, so I picked out all that they had because I want to do some mixed media art. I'm not sure if you're familiar with My Serenity Craft Room or My Serenity Crafts. The woman's name is Sarah, and she does some awesome mixed media. I've learned so much from her. I'll link her YouTube channel below. But she's recently done some stuff on these envelopes. Cat Hand also does these. So I snatched all that I could find of these. Most of them, I believe these are 9 by 13. All of these that have the openings on the end. Here's a little guy. And then they also had some that had the openings on the long side here. So I just snatched up, you know, all of the white. I have, like I said, I have the yellow, but I really wanted to get some white ones to do some mixed media on white. They also had these. Now I didn't even look inside of them, but they're obviously vintage. And this is always so typical of vintage items, right? The price back then, when these were sold originally, were $1. But now, you can see the price for them now is $3, which I didn't pay that for them because whatever I could shove in that bag was $10. And I haven't even looked at these, but I saw them and I thought, yep, there's got to be good stuff in there. So I just grabbed them. I picked all of them. I just grabbed all of them. And so let's take a peek really quick and see what's inside of this. They are How to Draw with Pastels. Now, I'm not an artist. I can't draw that well. I can draw if I have like this. Like I could totally copy this and draw and, you know, come out with this. I have to have the diagram in front of me, but I can't take it from my mind to paper, but I can copy it from paper to paper. And that's not necessarily why I got this. I mean, I might dabble in it and, you know, use this as reference if I do ever decide to draw faces. But I'm not sure why I got it. I think I got it more for just the art. Because I love looking through art. Like, I don't know if I would ever... The thing is I always get this kind of stuff and think, oh, these would be great for collage, right? I never have the art to cut this kind of stuff up like this. Wouldn't this be perfect? Sorry, you're not in frame. I'm out of my element here. Wouldn't this be perfect for collage? But I'll never have the art to cut it up. I just know that I won't. But anyways, you know, I figured shove it in your bag, take it home, and figure out what to do with it or just to keep it, you know? How cool is it? I think it's cool. I love old stuff like this. Then here's another one, Portraits and How to Do Them. In oils, watercolors, charcoal, casein, hard and soft pastels. That was another one. I'm not gonna make you sit through going through all of them. Willis Dictionary of Chords. Now I don't play the organ, so obviously I got this for mixed media purposes. So let's take a look at this and see what it has to offer. My oven's heated up. I haven't eaten yet today, and I was going to order a pizza online, and then I got on Pizza Hut's website. We're limited here in our little town, but we do have a Pizza Hut, and I just wasn't willing to pay those prices. So I thought that, so I'm making a frozen pizza. I thought these might be good to use for mixed media. So yeah, I think that this might work. You know, cut it up and use it. Who knows, right? So I took that one. My husband said, here, these are all security envelopes, because he pays the bills. He writes out the bills and sends them. They're all security envelopes. He's like, stick those in there. So we have a supply of security envelopes. This is Pretty Little Things, Collage Jewelry Trinkets Keepsakes by Sally Jean Alexander. So I thought that that was interesting, and I started to flip through it. They had a bunch of books, and I'm really starting to get into all of this mixed media stuff, so I started to flip through it, and it's really got a lot of cool things in it. I'm not sure when this was published, or when she wrote this. See if there's any kind of a date on it. I'm sure there is, but of course I'm going blind with age. Oh, 2006, so not terribly old, 10 years. So I just thought that there was some really cool ideas, and you know, even if I don't keep it as a book, I can still cut this stuff out and use it in my own projects, right? But it's a cool book. It's got some cool ideas in it, and if not, you know, used for the ideas, or once I look through the book, if I want to start cutting it up and using it for my own stuff, then yeah, so I stuck that in there. It's got a lot of cool ideas in it, actually. Yeah, I can't wait to read this and go through it. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, so I've got that. They had these books and they're actually from a company called Uline, and I'm familiar with them online, and I'm suspecting that they're these bags, 16 by 24. So I'm pretty sure that they're these bags right here that they've put these books and stuff in, and I don't know what I'm going to use them for. You know, if anything, maybe drop cloths on my table when I'm painting and stuff. I don't know, but I threw them in there. There's 100 in here. They had a whole box of them, but I just threw them in here. I thought, I can use them for something, right? Store things in, put my fabric in maybe. I don't know. So I grabbed those. My husband wanted me to get this shelf so badly. I said, no, I don't need the shelf. I put it back, and then as we were leaving, or as we were going to check out, he's like, I think that shelf will still fit in there. So he shoved it in there. It's missing the little pegs. Or maybe these are the little, no, because this is to put it into the shelf here. So it's missing the little pegs, but I can always pick some of those little pegs up at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever. So I got the little shelf. He wanted me to have the little shelf, so we shoved it in the box, and I don't know. I used to do that kind of wood stuff, and I'm just not really that into it. So I got this cross-stitch fabric. I figured I could paint on it. I really don't cross-stitch anymore, but it's like a canvas, and I figured that I could do some mixed media on it, so I threw that in there. I got this pattern. It doesn't look like anybody ever used it, right? It looks like it's all still intact, of curtains. Not so much for the curtains, but it does have the Roman blinds, the Roman shade blinds, and we do have a camper that we are, or not a camper, a trailer, a camping trailer that we are redoing, and I might be interested in making some blinds for the windows. So hey, I saw it, I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna grab it. If nothing comes of it, pattern paper is great for mixed media, right? So I threw that in my bag. And then I saw this little dress, which I like to sew. I really do like to sew. And this is for little girls sizes 3 to 6, which my little girls are a little bit bigger than that, but I can always make the pattern bigger. And these are just simple little dresses. So, you know, I thought I could make these little dresses for them. Or Brooke is really, she really wants to be a designer, and she's really getting into this whole dress making thing. So I thought that this may be a really good pattern for her to actually play with. And if I don't make dresses, actually, you know, it says sizes 3 to 6. Oh no, this goes all the way up to size, oh no, it goes all the way up to size 12, so that's perfect. I might actually make them a couple of little of these dresses for summer, because those will be really simple to just whip up. Yeah, so we'll, let's see. Heck, just shove it in a bag, right? Now, I want a drawing. Cat Hand over at Mixed Media Morsels had a drawing, and I was the very, very lucky winner, blessed winner of that. And each one of the admins, Cat, Book Lady Jane, and the other cat, I can't remember her full name, they each did a ATC, beautiful ATCs, and I want to frame them because they're so pretty and inspirational. And just to remember, you know, that drawing, because I felt so blessed when I won that drawing. So many people entered to win that drawing. I mean, thousands, couple thousand people entered to win it, and I never win anything. And I was the lucky person to win that drawing. And they sent me these beautiful ATCs, and I wanted to frame them, and they had this frame. Lucky me, right? So I'm going to mix media this frame, and I'm going to put each one of those ATCs in here so that I can hang it in my new craft room. It's a good frame. So yeah, I'm gonna fix this up, put those ATCs, they'll fit just perfectly right in here. And yeah, I think that that's gonna be really nice. So I grabbed that. I just last night I ordered a fuse tool from Hobby Lobby. They had them on sale for $20, and I don't know if that's a good price or not, but for about a year now I've been eyeballing these fuse tools, and I'm like, oh, I want one, I want to make shaker cards, I want to play with it. And after I went to the Creative Reuse and I found these, I came home and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm ordering a fuse tool. These are laminating sheets, which I have a laminator and I use all the time for our homeschool, because I make flashcards and all kinds of games and stuff for the girls. So these are just simply laminating sheets. This is the cover, which my laminator, these should work in my laminator. I didn't really take them out to look at them. But yeah, I mean, they should be fine in my laminator. I don't think I have to use that thing. But anyways, we'll try them. If not, I don't know. You can always find something to do with these. So I grabbed these. Not really that I needed more laminating sheets because I have a ton, but you know how expensive these things are. So when I saw them, I'm like, yep, I'm going to take those with me. But these are what got me thinking about the fuse tool again. Oh, excuse me. So I saw these, and these are called Archival 4x5 Negative Preservers. So these are for negatives. So of course, I can store, where do they open? Okay, so they open, they're top loading, right? So I can definitely store die cuts, whatever, paper doll parts. I'm just gonna start getting into, I've been watching Shannon Green. I watched her paper doll series. She has 3 videos on them, and I started collecting digital paper doll parts, and I really want to try to start making some paper dolls because they look like so much fun. So I could print my paper doll parts, and I could use these for storage in a binder if I wanted to. But they would also make really good plastic for shakers, right? So I picked those up. They're actually for negative, right? Archival preservers. Archival negative preservers. So I grabbed those. I'll put them back in their case after I'm done. What else did we get? I grabbed a couple of tiles because, like I said, I'm going to make those memorial beads with my mom's memorial flowers, and I thought that these would be good to roll my beads. And if I don't use them for that, I can always use them for other things, because sometimes you just need a ceramic surface to work on. If nothing more, I can use them to set my hot glue gun on. So I grabbed those. This I got because I have my washi tape in one of my plastic drawers on top of my desk. And I thought that this might be kind of cute. This is a hat stand. So you paint it up all pretty, right? You put your little dowel in here. Put this little, I guess you would glue that on here, and then you put a hat. I guess you would glue that on there so it doesn't fall down. But no, maybe it just stays on there like that. I don't know. Maybe I've got this backwards, and this is supposed to go in there, and this is a bigger end. That's probably the way it's supposed to go. Anyways, I probably won't use this heart, this little heart. I'll use that for something else. But I think what I'm going to do with this is I am going to paint it up really pretty, the base part. I'm going to put my rolls of washi tape on here, because I think that that would be really cute to sit on my desk and have my washi tapes, or my favorite washi tapes, on there. So that is what I'm going to do. This little cutie. Okay, I kind of spent a lot of time in the stamps and stencils section. Now, they didn't have a whole lot, but I went through it, and I got this set. There's dragonflies on this side. There's 3 different sizes. And then there's butterflies on this side. It looks like there's some dragonflies here too. So there's quite a bit. So I got those. And I thought those would be great for the jelly plate. They had these little, I think they're brads. Yeah, they had these little flower brads, which are adorable. So I grabbed those. My husband stuck another ruler. You can never have too many metal rulers, right? He's like, oh, grab the ruler. Brooklyn saw the shells. She wanted me to get the shells. Her and I watched Stacey Evans' Pink Pullet Crafts video on how she paper machéed the inside of the shells and put little pearls and trinkets in here. And Brooke really wants to do that, so we have a couple of shells to do that with. So we grabbed the shells and put them in there. Shells are really expensive at the craft store. I've been kind of looking at them because Brooke wanted to do that project, so at least now we have a couple. And then stamps. I don't have very many stamps, but I need more stamps to use in mixed media. So I was able, these are really worn, which is fine. This one is just a little bear with a heart. This is a jelly bean. This says he is never more than a prayer away. This is a tulip. And this is just, you know, kind of a poppy looking flower. Very well loved and used. And these are just some more flowers. These are some tulip looking flowers. Doesn't look like it was used very much. And then this is a multi-stamp. This is a Christmas tree. This is a potted flowers. This is a heart with holly on it. So this looks like, oh, you know what? These are poinsettias. So this is more of a Christmas stamp. This is looks like a snowflake. So this is more of a Christmas stamp, which is fine. This one says thank you. This is a heart with a swirly in it. And then this is another stamp. It looks like somebody made out of some foam, flower and leaves. And then these are the beads that were in the clearance. So I'm trying to get my bead stash stocked up. So I was able to throw these ones in the bag, and then I got a couple of other seed beads that were 50% off. So I think they were $2 normally. So I think I got 3 bags of seed beads. So they were $1 a piece. So altogether I spent $17.50, and I gave them $20 because they rely a lot on donations too. So, and they gave me this recyclable bag. So the next time I go, if I go, there's another one in Boulder, Colorado that looks a lot larger. Not that I don't want to give the small one my business, but they're moving to Denver. And of course I'll go there if I ever have the opportunity. We just happened to be in Lakewood because Scott was looking, one of our cars is broke down, and he had to go there to look for a part for our truck. And so we just happened to be there, and I happened to be looking on Craigslist the other day, and they were giving away, they're moving, so they were giving away free fabric pieces, and I happened to see their ad, and I'm like, oh, I think we're out here by this creative reuse place. And he's like, oh yeah, we're right there. So he took me there, and yeah, we had fun looking. So that is it for that. The place was called Reframe Creative Reuse in Lakewood, Colorado. But like I said, they're moving to Denver, Colorado. But if you're in the area, they are having 50% off, and they still did have quite a bit of stuff. So if you're in Colorado and you're in that area and you're looking for stuff like that, go give them a look. Again, it's called Reframe Creative Reuse. I will put a link to their Facebook page below. Okay guys, so that's it. Next I'm going to show you what I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and so I will post that video next. Thanks guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and God bless.